My interview subject today is Yara Ohana. She is a 25-year-old international student from Israel, currently studying at Yeshiva University for her master's in psychology. So when you moved to New York, did you have any culture shock from Israel? Were you oh my god, this is so different?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I lived near Harlem, and every time I left my apartments, guys were hitting on me and giving me looks, and I felt very exposed. So I was very scared to go out at first. And also, people here are, I think, a bit colder than Israel.
Did you ever feel unwelcome here as an Israeli?
Yes, so not necessarily as an Israeli, but unwelcome because when I first started to date my now fiance, I told that to my roommates, and they basically asked me if I'm dating him for a green card. So I felt very offended by it, and I thought they just looked at me like I'm an immigrant trying to, succeed in the Big Apple.
Have you ever felt welcomed here as an Israeli?
Yeah, the first time I met my fiance's godparents was the first time I felt very welcome because I don't have a family here, and he brought me for dinner. And I remember we had a lot of troubles back then in our relationships, and when he brought me there, I just felt so welcomed and like I have a family, and I thanked him afterwards, and just made me feel like this is the guy for me.
Why do you think so many Israeli citizens come to America instead of staying in Israel? Why do you think they find this place so much better than where they are now?
Because I think there's a fantasy that everything can happen here, and the land of opportunities. So people come here because they want to get rich, they want to get famous, they want to be pretty and get exposure. And from the time I've been here, I can say that there are some nice sides to America, but there are some dark sides too. I think that it's a very hard place, and if you want to succeed, it takes a lot of work.
So you recently got engaged to an American.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think you were actually going to marry an American, or did you think you were going to marry an Israeli?
No, not at all. I never thought that I'm gonna marry an American, especially because it's such a difference, in our cultures. He's very sarcastic, which I didn't like at first, and I never thought it's gonna lead to marriage. But then again, I met him and I fell in love, and it did eventually.